Alright, hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another KonoSuba Fantastic Days video. Now today we're talking about sub-units. I've had a lot of questions about people asking what sub-units are best, how do I build my sub-units, how do I know who works with who, and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to be going over in today's video. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so as you can see, this is my party. I've completely stripped all of my sub-units off of my characters because I will be explaining why I put specific characters with specific sub-units. So first, we're going to start with Melissa. Now, in order for me to really show what's going on inside of the character, I'm going to go ahead and select Info, and I'm going to pull up the info here. Now, if you're going to take a look at the left side of the stat screen, this screen is going to be very important because it's going to be showing the effect that the plus 10% same character bonus will have onto your team. So let's just go ahead and take a look. As you can see, she's sitting at 3.4 thousand power, 1800 HP, basically 250 magic attack, 270 defenses, 363 physical attack. So let's go ahead and equip on the brand new 4-star elegant swimsuit Melissa. So we're gonna go ahead and equip her on, and we'll see that it does have the plus 10% because of the same character bonus. As you can see, her stats do jump up. She has over 4.3 thousand now total power, 461 physical attack. She gets over 2,464 HP as well. Now if we go ahead and swap this off, let's find another level 50 sub-unit, just a random one. For example, I'm just going to select, I don't know, let's select the Mitsurugi, the chosen one 4-star, just because they're 4-star, the same stat buffs, right? As you can see, the differences are going to be pretty drastic. She does lose a lot of HP. She loses a lot of her stats as well. So usually whenever you have the choice of being able to pick up a character with the same character bonus, it's more than likely going to be better for you just because of that extra 10%. Now, not always is that extra 10% really going to matter. For characters like Melissa, Megumin, Chris, Iris, big characters like that, you're going to be having the one, I think, best sub-character in the game, and that is going to be the one you want to be ascending. That is going to be the 3-star Rising Idol Leah. She has this insane ability which gives her plus 15% to super gauge fill rate. Now you also have to keep in mind the EX skills, and what EX skills basically do is they add on to the character that you currently have now, your existing character, and then they buff that character with that EX skill. So for example, this Melissa Elegance right here, she's not going to be really used for her trade attack because our Melissa here does dark attack. She does not do any fire attacks. So what she really is here for is she's just here as a stat buffer, as a character here to buff up our Melissa's stats to make her more powerful. As you can see, even with the level 60, with the 10%, I think that's still more than enough. If you try to at least get one same character bonus, they're always going to be really helpful and boost your stats really high. So keep in mind, when you're looking for sub-characters, you're looking for the same character bonuses, as well as paying attention to the EX skills and paying attention to specific characters like Leah Rising Idol, who have this insane super gauge boost EX skill trait, which will massively boost your output for your ultimate. As you can see, when we add the traits, they will show up down here. So this is why I like to use the info whenever I'm doing sub-unit guides, showcases. It shows really what's everything that's going on inside of the character. As you can see, they all say EX at the top. This has the dark boost attack up for the EX skill. Obviously, this is from the Melissa here, but we do not have any fire attacks, so this is useless. We're only using her as a stat buffer. And of course, we have the 50% super gauge fill rate from the Rising Idol Leah. Okay, so next character we're going to move on is going to be Iris. Iris and Megumin are two pretty self-explanatory characters. For the most part, they're going to be using the exact same character that you have them equipped with. So for example, 4-star Iris, you're going to want to slap on the other 3-star Iris. This is going to be the Avid Eater Iris, giving the 5% attack buff when using physical attacks. Obviously, for your 4-star Iris, you're going to be looking for the light attacks and physical attacks. So Iris obviously is super important. As you can see, we give her the level 60 same character bonus. Her stats jump up pretty high. And once again, let's give her other good support character. I still have to level this character up, so it is going to be a lower level. But this is going to be the 2-star Iris, who's going to be providing the light physical attack buff on trait, as well as the stat buffs from being the plus 10% from the same character. As you can see, her power jumps up to 5.21 thousand. Pretty solid considering this character is still only level 40. That's basically taking advantage of the same character bonus, the plus 20% we extrally get. And obviously here are the EX skills that we get, the extra passives we get, which is translate to more damage for our Iris. And here we have our 4-star Megumin. Now, Megumin is probably going to be the most self-explanatory character. Once again, you could use Rising Idol Leah to give her the super gauge fill rate if you wanted. But I think for Megumin, you're just going to be wanting to run her 3-star gold version, the magical melodrama character, who's going to be providing the fire attack buff. Obviously, Megumin does a lot of fire attack damage. She's going to be getting the double EX skill, 6% here, 7% here. And then we take the winter layers. Megumin, who's going to be providing a 5% attack when using magical attacks. We're going to slap that onto her, and once again, you can see her power tips up to 5.4 thousand. This is her completely maxed out with level 60s. Obviously, I do have only a Fire Staff level 3 Gold Star weapon. As you can see, her stats jump up massively, over 623 magical attack. I'll combine that with the great EX skill that you get from her winter layers, plus her 3-star variation. She's going to be doing out a lot of damage. She gets 6% extra fire attack damage here, and then she gets 5% extra magical attack there. So very, very good subunit for our Megumin. Alright, so next I wanted to bring Amy just to show you guys how it would look like for a healer. So obviously for healers, you're going to be looking for recovery skill effects as your main sub passives. Obviously, same skill bonuses for having the same characters are also super important. For example, you have the 3-star Motherly Protector Amy, who I think is probably going to be one of her best subunits, just because obviously the recovery skill effect plus the same character bonus is going to be super beneficial. So we'll slap that onto Amy, and as you can see, she jumps up fairly nicely, combining her with the recovery skill effect. It's going to be looking really, really nice. And then we'll also throw on this is going to be the one time that I'm going to be using another random character. I'm going to be using the 4-star Nature's Beauty Aqua, who's going to be providing us the 7% recovery skill effect. I'm not going to be using her for the stats, obviously. Now, if you wanted to, you could go and upgrade like a 2-star or a 1-star Amy. So here are some of the 2-star Amy's. Obviously, this one has resistance to haze, and then this one at the bottom has the recovery skill effect as well, Amy Casual. I think this is also one of her better options as well, just because of the, even though she's a 2-star, she's still providing her with the 4% recovery skill effect, plus the 10% extra stat buff. But for now, I'll be using the level 40 Nature's Beauty Aqua, just because she has that extra skill effect. Maybe not everyone's going to have the exact characters that you need, so I'm just going to go ahead and equip it onto her. As you can see, we don't get out the 10% extra skill attack bonus, but we still get a nice stat boost because 4-stars naturally have better stats than you're going to be having on your 2-stars and 3-stars. As you can see, 143, 110, 65, 180, and we take a look at this one, 190, 206, 138, 146, 66 agility, 65 agility. So her stats basically are much superior. Obviously, this stays true to the manga and the anime by having her luck be super low. But obviously, same level-wise, you're going to be having more attack output as well as more defensive output from the Nature's Beauty Aqua. But for the most part, the 10% is going to make up for it. Basically, for healers, you're looking for the same traits, recovery skill effect, obviously to heal up your team, to have more impactful healing on your team. All right, and the last character we have here is going to be Chris. Now, Chris obviously is going to be a super important character for a lot of people's teams because of this crazy bind ability. She also does moderate reduction of physical defense, and she lowers your enemy's agility, which can be very, very powerful. So for Chris, same thing goes. Obviously, you're looking for the same skills. Basically, this one has resistance to bind, so we're not really caring about this one too much. This one is only really cared about because it's a 3-star Chris, so we're looking for that same character stat buff. Bam, we'll go ahead and equip that onto our Chris. And as you can see, she's kind of low on her stats, so I do want to give her a good character to help buff her. Now, one of those characters that you can help buff her will be this Erica fan service here, who's going to be giving her the plus 4% when using wind attacks. This is going to be a very, very, very good wind attack buff EX skill trait. Now keep in mind, obviously this is not going to be giving you the 10% extra attack buff, but it will making your wind attacks hit harder. And as you can see, literally all of her attacks except for the Wire Tornado are wind attacks. Her 2 skills, the Tornado Edge and the Cyclone Assault, are wind attacks. So if you want to, you really could throw the Erica fan service on her, which I usually like to do. And there we go. Now she has much better stats. Now, obviously, you could swap this out once again for the same character to get the EX skill bonus, the same character bonuses, and all that stuff. There's some characters in here. I think one of the better ones is probably going to be your 1-star beginner Chris, who gives you the wind attack buff as well as being the same character. So the best sub characters you're going to be wanting to be looking for are characters like Megumin, who have their sub characters who provide the same character bonus as well as the good traits. If you can find a character who gives yourself or your main like 4-star character a DPS, a healer, whatever, if they provide a same character bonus as well as a stat buff, a trait buff to the same type or the same attacks or whatever, that is going to be one of your best sub characters to put onto the character. Obviously, there is going to be big exceptions, obviously like Rising Idol Leah, who's going to just be so crazy that you want to use her just for her trait skill. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much the guide to the sub units. It's pretty self-explanatory, but once you get the hang of it and once you understand how it works, it's very, very simple. So that's pretty much going to do it for me today, guys. I hope this guide helps some of you guys out who are a little confused. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.